Hello everyone. Today we're going to talk about grayscale and MicroStrategy. Before we get started, has anyone heard about grayscale or anyone know about MicroStrategy? So, who is grayscale? Um, the introduction here. The introduction here is this is the introduction from the video in the website. So look at how they describe themselves. They operate the largest Bitcoin and Ethereum investment funds in the world. They were the first to bring digital currency investment product to the public market. They will be the first to bring the investor important new investment opportunity as they emerge. So pretty much Grayscale is an investment company that manage cryptocurrency investment funds. It's subsidiary of the digital currency group, which own CoinDesk, the cryptocurrency news and digital media company. And by the end of March 2018, the company has created an investment trust for Ethereum and Ethereum Classic, LTC, XRP, and Bitcoin Cash and Zcash in addition to Bitcoin. By the time Grayscale has already managed more than over 2.1 billion in crypto investment trusts. So let's take a look at the GBTC market. This is the screenshot from their website. You can see it. I switch another tab. You can see the Bitcoin price here and the real-time level 2 quote. As you can see, the day is already past. The day is already in August, so you can see the. Let's take a look at the GBTC market in the website. You can board a couple share of BTC through Grayscale. Each share is 0.001 of 1 Bitcoin. You can see the real-time level 2 quote here. Here you can see this is the company name. And note that there are several differences comparing with exchange without custodians like Binance. Price is not the same. Sometimes it has large differences. Sometimes it has large differences between the price here and we compare with the price in Binance. 2% of a admin fee is charged. They were not allowed to sell the share until 6 months later. Market open only in normal trading hours, same as Nasdaq. In contrast with most crypto exchange usually open in 24/7, 365. According to Grayscale, according to Grayscale, according to Grayscale, 56% of the money is raised came from institution investor. 20% of the according to Grayscale, 56% of the money raised came from individual investor. According to Grayscale, 56% of the money it raised came from institution investors, 20% from accredited individual investor, 60% from retirement investor, and only 8% from family office investment. I have read the GBTC report in May 2020. Here is some highlight part I found in that report. The total return here is what I highlight. Is over 1,500%, which is extremely profitable. Okay, next, let's look at how many GBTC. Let's take a look at how many BTC they were held recently. This graph is from Glassnode, show that they held almost 650k BTC in February. After the peak here, the number started to decline, as you can see. But at that moment, the all-time high of BTC price have not arrived yet, which is reached in April. So in the US, they were allowed to sell and trade and hold crypto. The foreign is the foreign statistic that they. So in the USA, they were allowed to trade and hold crypto. The following is a statistic report I make according to some blog and tweet I read. As we can see, the MicroStrategy holds almost over 105,000 BTC, and Tesla holds almost 42,000 BTC. So MicroStrategy holds most of the BTC as an institution besides Grayscale, which is an investment fund, you remember. But why do we want to talk about MicroStrategy? Is it only because they were holding most as an institution or company? No. As a data scientist, we keep in mind that when we look at a data point, we need to check it with different aspects. Here is what I then I do the calculation with the number by adding a market capital. Then I do a calculation then I did a calculation with the number by adding the market capital into this sheet. Using Bitcoin in USD to divide market cap here in column F. Here's what I found. MicroStrategy had reached over 68% of Bitcoin in USD out of their capital, out of their market capital. It is acceptable or easy understandable for the company like Tesla. Adding some digital asset even was risky but profitable as a small portion of its balance sheet. But they have a loss because they have lots of money in hands. Besides, the interest rate in bank is almost zero. But over 50% of the asset portion belonging to BTC is quite rare. This one, Bitcoin Group, as it is an exception because it is Bitcoin Group, right? Okay, the above number is not very accurate because, in fact, it would be better to consider the average buy price of their holding instead of what I'm simply using just 40k USD as for one Bitcoin. So, who is MicroStrategy? Let's first take a look at this chart. MicroStrategy is listed on Nasdaq, which is a company that they provide business intelligence and mobile software and cloud-based service solution. Here on March 2000, the peak and the drop down here. It would be considered as the bursting of the dot-com bubble. As I mentioned before, 68% of MicroStrategy market cap is Bitcoin. So it leads us to the following phenomenon. You can see the price here and of the price of MicroStrategy goes up and down along with the Bitcoin price. Very interesting. So who decided to buy so much Bitcoin? So it's easy. So who decided to buy the Bitcoin? So who decided to buy so much Bitcoin? MicroStrategy is the chairman and the CEO of MicroStrategy. So who decided to buy so much Bitcoin? Michael Saylor is the chairman and CEO of MicroStrategy. Is the man behind. He is also the founder of. So who decided to buy so much Bitcoin? Michael Saylor is the chairman and the CEO of MicroStrategy. He is the man behind. He is also the founder of Alarm.com, who owns over 40 patents and author of the book The Microwave. How he's also the author of the book The Mobile Way: How Mobile Intelligence Will Change Everything, which published in 2012. He founded and serves as trustee for Saylor Academic, which is a non-profitable organization that provides free education. He's an advocate for Bitcoin standard. He has a dual degree from MIT in aerospace engineering and history of science. Well, this is a kind of a myth. Okay, take a guess how many BTC does Michael own in personal? Okay, it's over 91,000 Bitcoin. That is almost as much as his company owns. When talk about Michael, there's a lot of interview about him in Bitcoin topic, and you can find them in YouTube. One of which is extremely interesting. Called the Bitcoin versus Gold: The Great Debate, with Michael Saylor and Frank Gristray. Frank Gristray, and CEO of Fear Group of company, who is focused on gold mining, who is also founded Lionsgate Entertainment, is co-chair of the International Crisis Group. They talk a lot about during the debate, including asset comparison, risk factor, historical performance, supply dynamic, ownership structure, and market forces. It is absolutely worth reading, but beware of what is the fact, what is the opinion, and what is the prediction they mention. In case the sharing here takes too long, we would like to summarize them in another time, and about some of the point of view, number, and some of the number dimension and statistics they mentioned in the video, which including a saying that 2% of the address own 95% of the Bitcoin. This number is from Bloomberg, which leads us a deduction that Bitcoin is being manipulated. Also, the topic we'll cover next time will about we'll cover about risk factor of Bitcoin performance and drawdown of Bitcoin versus the global asset in details. So that's it for this sharing. Let me know if you have any question, and please leave a please leave a um, please leave a comment if you have any question.